Now, we have heard of brothers playing the same sport, whether it's the Klitschko brothers in boxing or the War brothers for Australia in cricket. We've seen sisters ruling the sporting arena, like Serena and Venus Williams in tennis. Heard of father-son duos going on to play the same sport too. There are too many here to recount across sporting disciplines, across tennis, athletics, basketball. But what about a brother-sister combination? This pair is not only a rarity in India, but the world over. They are the first brother-sister pair to become Grandmasters. The brother won the Arjuna Award last year. The sister has followed it up with being recommended for the same award this year. The brother qualified for the prestigious Candidates Tournament where top 8 players contest to challenge the chess world #1. And the sister has followed suit here too. Praggnanandhaa and Vaishali Ramesh Babu are fierce competitors at home, but egg each other on when they get out on the international stage. We caught up with the duo when they got back home for just a bit before taking off again to talk about the sport, their friendly rivalry, and much more. Well, thank you for joining us here on a very, very special interview today. Today, we're joined by two Grandmasters, and it's tough to find one in India, and we've got two Grandmasters and both from the same household. It's really, really nice to be speaking to Praggnanandhaa and Vaishali Ramesh Babu joining us from Chennai. Thank you so much for speaking to Firstpost, guys.
Yeah, it's our pleasure.
Thank you.
I have to ask you, who's the more competitive one between the two of you? I want both of you to answer. And Praggu, is it okay if I call you Praggu?
Yes, yeah, it's fine.
Perfect. So who's the more competitive, or who's the fierce competitor out of the two of you?
Yeah, I would say probably me. Yeah. More competitive.
And when both of you are playing, have you guys played each other quite a few times at home?
Yeah, we have played. I mean, we discuss a lot about chess at home, and we play also. In tournaments, we faced a few times.
Who gives each other the tough time if one of you loses at home in any of the sort of times that you roughly play up or have a game against each other at home, casual? Who gives the other a tough time, or who ribs, or who pokes more fun compared to both of you?
I don't know. Probably me. Yeah, because I'm competitive also. I tend to tease a lot if I win or something.
But both of you have had some amazing moments in your career individually. I'm going to come to Vaishali first before coming to you, Praggu. Vaishali, more recent because obviously you're only the third Indian woman to be a Grandmaster. So first part of the question I want to ask you is, you obviously speak to a lot of the fellow chess players in the country. What's the general consensus? Is it harder to attain that? Because we know you have to reach a certain number of points. We know the process. But is it that much harder here in India?
Yeah, like many players have different like issues, maybe like to growing up. I mean, for me, I was fortunate. Like I had sponsors to play tournaments, trainers around to help, like to help me for my parents. So I've been fortunate, like to have very good people around me to help and motivate me. Even when I had like bad events, they are there to support me. So I've been lucky in that way, and yeah, there are things like okay, now we have like a lot of tournaments in India, like Grandmaster tournaments,
Yeah.
and like post pandemic, like there are a lot of interest in chess in general, and we have like a lot of talents coming up. So like we are going to see many more Grandmasters, like women's chess also, I believe.
That's
Yeah, I
my
can just add this. Like I think pandemic has helped chess grow much more. Now there are bigger audience like with Queen's Gambit, also this streaming things, and as helped the chess boom, and now we see that people actually recognize chess and recognize chess player also. So it's a very good thing as a chess player to see that.
Vaishali, recently we've heard that you're going to be nominated for Arjuna Award, and that's like a huge honor for sure. Has that also sort of, how do you feel about that, and how happy does that make you feel, and how excited are you about receiving that award?
Yeah, I got to know about it some time ago, and it felt great to hear about it. Like last year, Prag won the award, and
Yeah.
yeah, hopefully me this year. So I mean, it feels really good. I mean, it's such a prestigious award.
What's the one thing that, Praggu, what's the one thing that you've learned from Vaishali professionally? And if I could ask Vaishali as well, and if Vaishali could answer, what's the one thing that you've picked up from Praggu's skills or Praggu's, game? If both of you could answer. Tough one, eh?
Yeah, tough one. Nothing comes to my mind right now.
Yes,
We
I
just
learned
Lean.
anything from
no. There have been things, but yeah, right now we just yeah, we just traveled today, so I couldn't think of something quick. I think in general, I think our discipline is very good. Uh, yeah, if she wants to do something, she will do it. So that's kind of something that I picked it up.
Vaishali, your turn.
I think like for I mean with Prag, I know him for I mean okay I'm seeing him and biggest quality is like the win or loss like be it the one game or the tournament victory or tournament losses like if he is not playing well like he's the same person. He doesn't take us to art or ed like even if after winning tournament like he'll be the same and even if he doesn't do well somewhere like he'll be the same like it's not the same with me like if I'm not doing well it will be very difficult for me to handle like I might spoil in the subsequent rounds but from him I think I admire him that very much recently I've been uh, trying to be like that and yeah.
That's fine. That's all right. Just a couple of quick questions and we can wrap this up for you. The other thing I obviously also wanted to ask is what's the toughest aspect of the sport itself? If you had to sort of, speak to someone who doesn't know much about playing the sport or doesn't watch so much, what would you say is the toughest aspect of being a chess champion?
Yeah, the sport itself is very tough. Uh, basically, like you just have to keep on working. It may seem like from outside that after you become a good player, like it may seem like there is nothing more to learn, but actually you just have to keep on practicing, and there are always new things coming up.
Yeah.
As I said, there are live games going on now, and there might be some new ideas to uh, update ourselves from. So so we have to keep on working basically till we retire, and so that's one of the toughest things. And also I think that's mentally draining also, because you have to prepare at home, and then you have to prepare before the game. You have to play the actual game, which itself will take 4 5 hours, and then again have to look at what went wrong, and have to correct it. So it's a very tough game, and but I really enjoy doing it. And I would say chess is um, chess is a game which it's a beautiful game which an 8-year-old can play against a 80-year-old. So that's something I really that's I think what makes chess beautiful. Yeah.
Very nicely put. Vaishali, do you want to add something to that?
Yeah, as Prag clearly mentioned, like chess is so vast. I mean, it's like an ocean. It's so never ending. Like, I mean, if you see Anand sir, he has played chess for 40 plus years and he still continues to do so. And he still thinks that there is so much to learn in the game. I mean, like every day, I mean, this moment we are speaking and there is some new game, new ideas happening around the world. So we have a lot to update ourselves. And yeah, as Prag clearly mentioned, I mean, nicely put.